So, Amazon finally upgraded something and somehow still managed to screw it all up. And that's exactly what just happened with the new Fire TV Ethernet adapter. They gave us gigabit speeds, but you're probably never going to see them. Let me explain. So Amazon just dropped a brand new Ethernet adapter for the latest Fire TV Stick HD, and on paper this is a huge upgrade. We're talking about USB-C instead of micro USB, faster wired speed, and finally catching up to 2015, 2014. But once you dig a little bit deeper, things get weird, and we're going to jump into the details. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. So all right, let's jump into what they changed. So the old adapter limit to 100 megabits per second, which is kind of slow for today's standards. The new one supports gigabit speeds that's up to 1000 megabits per second. But here's the funny part, Amazon does not advertise gigabit speeds. Instead, they say it supports up to 480 megabits per second. Now that number is very specific and definitely a red flag. So the truth is, the adapter itself is fast and it can give you up to 1000 megabits per second, but that's when used on other devices. Now, problem is, adapter itself, because it's USB-C, it's only compatible with the new Fire TV Stick HD, which is from Amazon's lineup, but I'm sure other streaming devices that has USB-C can use this device and can probably take advantage of the full gigabit speeds. But the problem is the Fire TV HD, even though Amazon finally switched back to USB-C, it looks like they're still using USB 2 speeds. And if you know anything about USB 2, it maxes out at 480 megabits per second, exactly what Amazon listed. So even though with the new Fire TV Stick and the new Fire TV Stick adapter, they are using USB-C, it seems like under the hood, they are still using old hardware. So to put it simply, they're likely using the same hardware from the Fire TV Stick that was 6 years old, no real upgrade, just a new port slapped on the outside, and instead of fixing the core problem, they basically just mask it by putting a port over old hardware. So honestly, this isn't even the biggest issue in my opinion. The biggest issue for me is the Vega OS. We know about the shortcomings there, the problem with App Store being totally inadequate, no side loading, fewer features for power users. Even if hardware improves a little bit or later, the experience is still worse on Amazon's side. So the big question is, should you care? The bottom line is, if you're using Wi-Fi, it probably doesn't matter much. For me, I find that I get good speeds on Wi-Fi that I don't need to introduce a USB adapter. But if you care about, I guess, stability streaming, if you have issues with your Wi-Fi, faster downloads, or running high bitrate content, this could be frustrating because Amazon was so close, but they gave us the right adapter, but paired it with the wrong hardware. And in all honesty, I do think in the future they will roll out newer Fire TV Stick models, maybe the 4K and the 4K Max, that could take full advantage of the USB-C and the Gigabit Ethernet, but we'll definitely see that in the near future. So question is, should you buy this adapter? I'm gonna say it depends on what you're trying to do. I wouldn't buy this adapter for the Fire Stick. If I was to buy it, I would buy it for maybe another USB-C compatible streaming device that can take full advantage of it. For the Google TV streamer 4K, wouldn't make sense because they already have Ethernet. Nvidia Shield already has Ethernet. Even the older on device has a barrel plug, so it wouldn't be compatible there. It would depend on which device you like to pair it with. Now, let me know in the comment section if you want me to go ahead and purchase this. Like I said, I named off a couple devices that it wouldn't make sense, but if there's any other device you want me to test it with, I can go ahead and do so. I wasn't planning on getting the Fire TV Stick HD because it's a waste of time, but if you want me to grab that as well, I'll go ahead and pick it up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.